so-called Silicon Valley at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin.
Here we go, back.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Lance. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Watch it, stick.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up. And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now Lance. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So after the INT, it's Brady. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Again, it's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwandu. And some room to work. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 14-0.
49ers nothing. Ryan Succop to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Lance now on 1st down.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd and 10. Lance taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Lance looks to throw again. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On second down, they'll run with White. Room here to run. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
And a catch right side by Evans. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Kene Nwangu with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 21-0.
49ers nothing. Ryan Succop to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Red. Ball red. You yellow.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Brady to Evans that time. 1st down, Tampa.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Buccaneers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point try now for Succop. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. McCaffrey on the counter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ready, set.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
And cycle. Green jack. Steel black. Light blue. Ready.
To throw, it's Lance.
Running the slant, Gray with it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Let's go. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Red cycle. Yellow blue.
Lance looking to throw it.
This is caught. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Yellow, one. Ready?
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And Lance now to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here this first half. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. It got his man complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle, Nwangu. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and goal from the 1. Brady's going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Tom Brady, as the first half is winding down.
And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
49ers 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Rolling to his right.
Right side, and he finds Gray.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Right, 60. One to middle. Red, yellow. Grill, 52. White. Chalk, 17.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
A final shot before half for Lance. Well, Lance throws the interception, his third. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Nwangu.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Hey, check it.
From the gun on third down, Brady looking for Evans, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
From the 29, Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Miller in motion right. Here's Brady.
And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Brady going to throw.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Another run down for Nwangu.
And he'll go down at the 28.
97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Brady now on first down.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Second and 5.
Sugar!
Throwing now is Brady. He'll find Miller. That's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Into the red zone, it's Brady.
He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
Touchdown! Kene Nwangu. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
49ers 14.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
6, 7.
Lance to throw for it on fourth down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give is Nwangu. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Old 50.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
5 yards to go. Shadow.
Here's Brady to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
Hey, set. Hey, check it. Ozzy. Hey, hey.
Brady going to go on fourth down. This is caught by Evans.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on fourth down.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion.
Hey, set.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Handoff here to Nwangu.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, blitz coming, and down he goes.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic 3rd and long after that last sack.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Field, black. Light blue. Blue, color. Red, cycle. Ready.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, it's Lance.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Brady now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Brady's throw complete there to Evans.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37. It's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. Now Brady.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Another completion for Tom Brady, and I just know that in his New England days, he would fight to stay out there until the end, until that clock hit zeros. But here in Tampa Bay, I just wonder if they'll want him to come out of the game and hand him the baseball cap in recognition of a job well done in this one.
On first and 10, here's Brady. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
On second and goal, Brady. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered, and he said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Brady will look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback.
Let's go!
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here's Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Black shot. Check right.
Now Lance going to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Gray.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Second and 10.
Yellow. Black ultra. Hey, blue. Ready?
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
6, 7.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Down. Green jack. Go pink.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Brady going to throw here.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Hey, set. Ozzy. Regular.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Ryan stuck up to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.